What's up? I'm Guk. So, Ireland is in shambles currently and forever. Ireland is falling apart. The HSC was hacked. You know, they'll probably find who hacked them by tracing their crayons because it was probably a 2 year old that fucking hacked it, to be honest. I said it before. I witnessed a woman, right? A woman being turned away from the doctors because she had no money. She had no money to pay for a cert that she needed to get money. She needed the cert for work so that she could get some social welfare money. And they refused her. They wouldn't let her. They turned her away. They said, "Well, you owe money, so she owed a tenner for a cert because she was out of work." This is at the beginning of COVID, and I was standing there outside in the queue because of COVID, and they turned her away. And the HSC, all these people in there like to pretend like they're all doing their best, but we all know that there's some people out there who believe in one thing and one thing only because of money. There's people out there that do good things, pretend to be doing good things because of money. You know what I mean? And it's the truth. It's like I've been talking to someone who's waiting on a life changing operation. Right now, their life is in peril. They're living every day thinking, "Am I going to die? Am I going to die?" But before they were going for this operation, they were telling me that for the past 3 months they've been going for blood tests, and they'd get called up again to go for another blood test. They'd say, "Oh, we've lost your paperwork." You know what I mean? We've lost your fucking paperwork. And I know I haven't done one of these in a while, little Gok FM, but gets fucking hell, man. All this crap that, like, I can see, and some people know where I am, and you know what I mean? I can see it from here. It's not changing. All this stuff. Ireland is like a fucking experiment, man. It's the truth. There's someone waiting on that. Imagine that, waiting on the life changing experiment or operation, right? You're waiting on a life changing operation. Now, you're up and down to the doctors and stuff to get blood tests during COVID. You're not supposed to be going out. These people are putting your life at risk because of negligence, and they're all saying they're trying their best. Now, have you tried to call the doctors or the hospital or anything? This same person who told me, and I swear to God, it's true, told me they were sitting in casualty, right? They walked up because they couldn't walk. They got a lift, sorry. They couldn't walk. They had a lump on their leg, growing on the side of their leg. They couldn't walk. It's getting worse and worse. So they go up to casualty, right? And they're sitting there, and the nurse comes over and says, "You can't be here. You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to call first." And this person said to the nurse, "Well, I did try to call. I've been trying to call for 3 weeks and no one has answered me. So what am I supposed to do?" And they said, "You can't be here." And right there and then, this person was smart enough to actually take out their phone and ring the desk while they were sitting there talking to the person, to the nurse or whoever it was, telling them, "You can't be there." You know? And yes, they're saying you can't be there, but like, what's essential? Remember, this person is in need of a life changing operation, and that's fucked up. You're telling the person their life isn't essential enough. So, anyways, the person sitting there talking to the nurse, I'd say, saying how they've been trying to ring for ages, and they're saying, "No, that's impossible. Someone always answers the phones." So they ring the phone and ask the nurse, "Can you hear that?" Or the person, whoever it is, who answers the phones, "Can you hear that?" And they're like, "What?" She goes, "Someone's ringing the phone." And she goes, "Oh yeah, someone will get it." And they'll go, "They won't, because it's you. It's you that's supposed to answer it. They're there on the phone, holding it as they're talking to the person. It's fucked up. Like the HSC gets hacked. How do you think that happens? Hmm? You blame it all on Leo Varadkar. I'm telling you, man. It's him. It's him. Swear to God, the world, never mind the world, Ireland is, I'm telling you, it's like a fucking experiment for big companies. Think about it. It's one of the wettest places in the world. They're trying to charge us for water, and they have a problem with us saying no. So then we think about it. We found oil. Yay, the Irish found oil. They sold it. They sold it and gave us nothing. That's exactly what they're trying to do with the water. Do you not? Do you see that? Fucking wankers. Oh man, it's like it's so much fucking bullshit, man. Think about it. It's all because money. If you start thinking like that, just start thinking, how does this happen? Why is that possible? And just put because money in there, and your brain will start going, oh yeah, because money. But like I said, I'm not trying to put down anybody out there busting their asses, putting themselves in harm's way during COVID or anything like that. I'm talking about those people who I've talked about before, the people who shouldn't be in these jobs. Like it's there is people who need help, and there's people in the way that make it harder for these people to get help. I don't know why. Maybe there's rules. Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe, maybe they're not the type of person that should be there. But I have some advice for anybody who has a problem with the things I say. Right? This is my opinion. I build my opinions from honest experience in the situations. So I know what I'm talking about, and people can say, like, oh, that doesn't happen. But that's something I've learned. As soon as you say people wouldn't do that, think again. Because people do it. People do it all the time. And it's usually because money. And it's a shitty way to see the world. But I'd rather see the world the way it is. And it's not a conspiracy. Just think about it. Think about it. Think about anything and just think because money. How can how can doctors prolong cancer and stuff like that, rather than cure? And you think people wouldn't do that. People wouldn't do that, right? They would because money, because it makes more money to have someone limping along than it does to give them an injection to make them fucking brand new. You think, but people wouldn't do that. They fucking would do that. They have been doing that. We know it. Come on, think about it. It's the truth. It's the truth. I'm not talking conspiracies. I don't believe in conspiracies. I think a lot about stuff before I speak, right? So, like I said, Ireland is in shambles. It has been for a long time, and people just keep, putting a fresh coat of paint on it, a fresh coat of paint. But we don't need a fresh coat of paint. We need to scrape the walls. We need to scrape the walls of Ireland and make it free again. A free Ireland, free Ireland, free Ireland. Sinna fina fall. Toffing Gaelic, Free Gas.